Okay, everybody, let's be calm. All right, D, try it again.
Testing 1 2 1 2.
We're live.
Live from Garden City, New York. It's high school varsity girls lacrosse on the DAF Media Network. This afternoon, the Darien Blue Wave take on the Garden City Trojans in a non-conference out-of-state matchup between perennial state powers. Hi, everybody. I'm Damian Andrew. So glad you could be with us for this DAF Media broadcast of high school varsity girls lacrosse. We have got a good one this afternoon. Had a little trouble getting situated here, but we are up and running. So glad you could be with us on this broadcast. And joining me this afternoon on the call is Kira Thurlow and Greg Weisenberger. And we are so happy for both of you to be joining us.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Thanks for having us, Katie. Ramsey just made a goal here on free position off shooting space. We won the draw, and that's the reason we had possession to start. Not sure if everyone got to see that. Katie Ramsey on the draw. Sarah Jakes is a midi up there with Katie Elders as well. Emma Jakes is out sick, one of our captains.
Emma Jake, such a big part of this Darien Blue Wave team. Darien comes into this game 5-0. Garden City, Craig,
3-2, I think, right?
3-2.
3-2, coming off a big win, a league win against Cold Spring Harbor on Saturday. A few girls injured, just kind of getting things together with a lot of new starters, a lot of new faces out there. This is Caitlin Cook with the ball, UPenn commit. There's also a freshman starting today, Alex Hopkins, pressed into service due to injury to Jen Kubler.
Nice turnover there. Katie Ramsey with the ball.
And here comes Katie Ramsey going the other way.
Nice ball control with Katie Ramsey. Maddie Joyce, Christine Fiore, Ashley Humphrey slowing it down. Everyone touching the ball. Smart. Sarah Jakes. And that's Kendall Wazinski. Smart, taking some time, taking their time, not forcing it. Sure, all part of their game plan. Composure with the ball, nice fake. That's good defense. Katie Ramsey coming in for the drive, nice double. Nicole Humphrey. Unfortunate. Nice.
And the ball rolls across the end line, out of bounds.
Nice hustle by Fiore.
Stays with Darien.
Part of Darien's game plan might be there are 3 new starters, actually 4 if you count the goalie, on the Garden City defense, having graduated Catherine Galzerano and Devin Heaney, and the goalie, Caitlin Larson to Loyola.
Kendall Wazinski for the goal.
So
Nice.
Kendall Wazinski puts Darien up 2-0 here. We are just underway from Garden City High School. Beautiful day. That was not the case early this morning. That's why we had some issues coming down from Connecticut. The weather was not cooperative this morning. Plenty of rain out here on Long Island and in southwestern Connecticut, but this has become a big rivalry game between these two high school varsity girls lacrosse programs. Great traditions, both. Garden City has gotten the better of Darien the last 2 meetings, including last year's game. The Blue Wave lost to Garden City 17-11 in Connecticut. And in that game, Garden City jumped out to the early lead. In this game, Darien is up early, 2-0, 21-44 remaining in the first half.
It's good D there. As you can see off the draw now, the girls on the 30, the restraining line, they now can reach their stick over. It's a new rule this year. Last year they could not. So not sure if you just saw that that girl did get to reach over there and started off the possession for Garden City.
That was Alex Hopkins, the freshman, reaching over there, pressed into service, who's doing a very good job filling in for one of the injured starters.
Got a little bit of an ISO, which they recognize. That was a nice cut in there.
Nice pass from Ella
Yep.
Heaney to Liana McDonald. Garden City is Darien. I give you guys credit coming down. We knew at 9 o'clock this morning that we were still going to play this game.
That's great. They're not going to give this game
no,
up.
and happy to, because this is one of my old coaches used to say, you only get better by playing the better teams.
Yeah,
that's the only way to get better, is to play better teams.
For sure.
Well, it's a credit to both head coaches who have been around for a while. Diane Chapman has done a great job with this program. Of course, Lisa Lindley has been at Darien for 26 seasons, and they like to schedule, to your point, Greg, tough competition in the tri-state area.
Another new rule is their stick has to be parallel to that line. It cannot be to the right or to the left of the line, which is a new rule this year on the draw. That's over the shoulder, so they're going to call that.
That's Caitlin Cook with the ball.
Katie Ramsey behind and Katie Elders in front. Easy pass there. Everyone going to collect themselves, get back to the 8. That's just a hard drive and a nice shot.
That's Jen Medjugorje. She's a captain, actually a 4-year starter in Garden City, which is almost unheard of in this town. But BC commit, tough girl to stop.
Maggie Brooks in goal.
And she is the leading goal scorer, Jen Medjugorje, for Garden City coming into this game.
Sort of, if you want to make a basketball reference, she's the point guard of this team. She will settle things down. She'll pull things out when.
Good stick handler.
But if there's an inch there, she's going to take it.
Absolutely.
And deadly with both the right and the left.
I think most of the Garden City girls are like that, where they take an inch. You give them an inch, you're in trouble.
Any good girl.
Stick skills are really good.
Yeah, just like Darien too. You can't force a girl to one side and say, well, she may not use her left hand.
No, she absolutely will.
You can't take that for granted with a Darien team, any of these good teams.
They're about even right now, 3-3 with possession off the draw. As we know, possession is everything in the girls lacrosse, so it all starts with the draw. Oh, we have Nell Niffen, freshman, in there on defense right now.
And Julia Cavan with the ball, a senior, first-year starter, number 12.
We just have one freshman on the team, Nell Niffen. Doing a good job and being really tight with the cutter, which I'm sure is something Lisa emphasized. That's a nice double there. Obviously, we need the slide, though. That's shooting space.
That's Sarah Mackey. She's a junior, Florida commit. Kind of coming into her own, was a part-time starter last year, and seems to really be fitting into that role of that lefty attacker. And
that's a hard slide for Nell. That's why she got in that shooting space there. Got in close. That was a nice save there by Maggie Brooks.
Back up by GC.
Yeah, it was a good backup.
Maggie Brooks getting the start this afternoon for Darien. Of course, they've got another terrific goalie in Kennison Harmon, who has seen plenty of action early in the season. And that's a good problem to have, Kira.
Yeah, exactly. That play is opening up a lane there for that strong side.
Yeah, but another nice save by the goalie. One-on-one, and knocked it away. Another backup by Garden City. Replay. Ella Heaney. Older sister, Devin, who's at USC now.
Oh, yep. I've heard about Devin doing really well at USC.
And actually, Ella is also a commit. They're the California girls.
I heard, yep.
They want to go for the sunshine.
We also have a USC commit, Katie Ramsey.
Good defense
They'll be
there.
teammates someday. That's an awesome pickup, ground ball, and Katie Elders. Fast, fast, fast. She'll transition this ball really well. There's no reason to force it here. We have numbers, actually. You're 4 and 3 there. You got to take that. Oh, that was a nice save by your goalie.
Save.
It's a nice stick fake there by Ashley. She's out. They can check her right there. She's out. Ashley will defend hard here.
Transition game is one of the girls were actually watching film last night, and it was the #1 priority is watching the Darien transition game, which was
it's very strong.
Was fast and strong, and was their one goal today, was try to slow that down.
And you know what? The refs are letting them play here, which is nice. You know, they're keeping it clean, but they're letting them play, which is always nice to see. Long Island refs do a very good job at that. And can't really say the same with Connecticut refs.
Yeah, you know what? It's a give and take sometimes, but they should, because these girls are most of them are going to play on the next level.
Absolutely. This is like a college game. They should ref it that way.
Exactly.
Everyone here is a commit. Nice move on the inside. That was beautiful. Sarah Jakes, sophomore, Northwestern commit. Her sister is out sick today. She's a captain, also a Northwest commit. She's taking her position today at up as a midi. That was an awesome outside-inside roll there. Sarah Jakes is currently an assistant coach right now for me on my U14 team. She's doing a great job. She not only goes to all of her practices, but she then comes to my practices at 6 o'clock at night. So if you can imagine how committed this girl is, she really is.
And passing on her knowledge to the younger girls.
She's the best. She's the best, and my girls love her. So hopefully they're all watching right now. They're supposed to be anyway. They learn a lot. I told them watch off ball. That's where they learn.
Well, if they're not, I guess they're going to run extra sprints on tomorrow practice.
You heard it, girls.
You know, it's going to be a big test for the Garden City defense. Like I said, 4 new starters, and
Yeah,
their
same.
captain, Deanna Weisenberger, with a torn ACL, is a couple weeks from coming back. Stony Brook commit. So they have their hands full with these Darien attackers and middies.
Yep, definitely a strong suit for Darien, the attack midfield. Our defense as well is more junior in that there's about 4 or 5 of the girls are new. She has some midfielders going and replacing some defenders down there. That's some good defense there by Ava Finn.
Split that double team
You
there.
know what? The double came in. It just wasn't strong
Yeah.
enough to stop. Maybe it was a little late.
I think that's going to be a battle of attrition today here with the strong attack of Garden City and of Darien trying to go after these young defenders.
Yes.
And
Yep,
it might be whoever has the lead when the time runs out.
you're right. What's the score? Is it 4-4?
3-3.
3-3. Oh, okay. I didn't even see the scoreboard. Okay. 3-3 for 3-3 with 16:56 in the first half. And we got Katie Ramsey now in the circle. And you have Ashley Humphrey taking the draw with Sarah Jakes. They
Great-
did not
great
call that a
pickup by the
push there,
Darien girl.
but she stayed with it. There you got Ashley. That's tough. See, they didn't call that, which is refreshing, letting them play.
Yeah, they're definitely letting them get away with some things that will be legal in college next year. So like you said, I'm glad they are letting them go.
These girls deserve it. That was a nice cut there. Darien's going to have to stay tight to the cutters. That's going to be key because if you give them 1 inch, Garden City, they're going to find the pass easily. These girls will make that pass and they'll catch it. So the stick skills are just tremendous.
Yeah,
So
it's
Darien's gonna have to stay
actually
tight.
nice to watch these girls who are cutting and catching with both hands. And
Nice try to roll dodge out of there. It's great defense by Katie, slowing her down, not letting her in.
Leanna McDonald over to Ella Heaney.
Nicole Humphrey tight on her cutter there, which you saw come in. I know also they're probably opening some lanes up on the top. Right here, they just opened up a lane. Sort of the draw and dump. That was a nice move and a nice pickup by the goalie.
Goalies for Darien's made some nice
That's
saves
nice.
today.
Clear to Nicole Humphrey.
This is the transition game we
Junior,
talked
yeah,
about.
it's fast. If they have a fast break, they'll take it. If they won't, hopefully they won't force it. I know that's a priority for Lisa. Oh, that's just amazing. That was just so good to find her there. Great cut by Emma Jakes. That was awesome by Nicole Humphrey. Nice way to find each other.
Great field awareness, turning and spinning and finding that open girl.
Looks like Darien's right now doing a very good job with the fast break and overloading one side and having the opposite side off ball open. Smart play. Off the draw.
Yeah, and like you said before, it's the draw in women's lacrosse is really the whole game.
Everything.
Its possession is the key.
It's everything while we don't have a shot clock, right?
No shot clock yet, but Darien seems to be controlling that circle.
Christine Fiore's on the draw. She's a low attacker for us, but she's almost 6 feet tall, so it makes sense for her to go up there as well. And Sarah Jakes. Nice. She's fighting for the ball, ground ball there. Not sure what the call is there, and number 10 doesn't know either.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't make the other call earlier
Yeah,
on the.
exactly. Again, fast break. She's got some numbers here, but oh gosh, wow, she's on fire.
Yeah.
Sarah Jakes, my assistant coach, she's on fire.
Yeah, she saw that lane and she took it. Nobody
that's her-
slid, and that's what these girls for both Darien and Garden City taught to do. You see that lane, you just take it.
Listen, if the fast break game's working, then that's the way they have to go
Yeah.
until it's stopped. I'm sure there's going to be, potentially, if there's another goal, I imagine there's going to be a timeout on the Garden City side to talk about the slide coming sooner. But I would say it's pretty even right now with the draws, though, and it's being won on the ground. So
It's
you
like
have to get your fighters on the circle.
the girls have always talked about that the lacrosse game is won in the middle of the field. So
Absolutely.
between the 30s
Between
is,
the 30s, yep.
if you can get those ground balls and those loose balls and those balls before they go out of bounds, that could be the difference in the game. And it's showing right now
Another
for
draw
Darien.
control for Darien on the ground. Sarah Jakes Fiore. Kendall Wazinski taking her time now, slowing it down, getting everyone in transition here to get down to a 7v7 settled. Garden City pressures the ball as well as now pressuring the adjacent. Looks like they also have a backer here with number 11 playing backer there.
That's Catherine Conway, senior captain. The backer is not Garden City's strong suit, but they will do it. They will pop in and out. But we all know the best way to beat the backer is what
Move the
Darien's
ball
doing
fast.
now. Move the ball fast,
Yep.
skip it around, and find that open girl. So it's
Makes them tired.
a
for sure.
double-edged sword to run that backer.
They just forced an errant pass, so that's it. That's going to be a turnover. That was not a shot, so that's a turnover. Darien also plays a backer sometimes, and sometimes she goes man-to-man. She has a zone backer. Lisa has a lot of different defenses. Does a good job. It's nice to have a bunch in.
Yeah, it's
almost got the
definitely.
back check.
Excuse me. It's definitely good to switch things up to keep. Sometimes the way Darien's offense is operating today is maybe throw a couple different looks at him, try to slow him down a little bit.
Looks like right now she's man-to-man. Garden City spreading it out, taking their time.
Same girls. Yeah, I think they need to settle it
Yeah,
down. I
I
don't think
agree.
they can get into a track race with Darien, and I think slowing it down, let everybody touch it, and try to find those open lanes and those cutters is probably going to be their best weapon today.
They definitely drive hard from the top. And the adjacent opens up the lane nicely for their teammate.
You know, sometimes in a game of this magnitude, the girls will be a little too hyped up.
Yeah, get little butterflies. You have to get them out.
They'll rush some things.
Yeah.
They won't make that extra pass. And
That was a nice lefty shot there with a low percentage angle, and she made it. Is she a lefty? That was a great shot.
I didn't see the number. Was it 23? Jen
I think
Medjid?
it was.
She's not a lefty, but you'd never know she's not.
Yeah, like most of these girls, I guess.
Yeah, she's worked very hard. Like I said, she's been a starter since she was a freshman.
Wow, that's not easy
on
on
this
Garden
team.
City.
No, and she's come a long way, starting with Yellow Jackets out in
Good
the
for
travel
her.
team from Suffolk
Yeah,
County.
that's a strong team for sure. I've played
And
them before.
She's physically tough and mentally tough as well. And
I think this timeout was from Darien. Lisa Lindley called it. I would say right now for the game plan, I'm assuming, listen, Darien is on the transition. It's working, the fast break. She's got to keep it going. She's going to have to, assuming they're going to tighten up their settled offense right now on the Darien side. And
yeah, I agree. I think if Darien can keep getting control of the majority of these draws and winning these ground balls.
yeah, it all, again, comes down to the possession
Yeah,
from the
and
start.
then if they can run that transition game, it's going to be hard for Garden City. But, you know, it's only a one-goal game. And
of lacrosse left. A lot of lacrosse left here. 13 minutes, 2 seconds, and Darien is up 5-4. And not surprising, a very good game already.
yeah, this is going to be a puncher's battle. This is going to be the last woman standing. But it's just great to see these two programs that they were able to get
They're
this
tough.
game in with this
Absolutely.
awful weather that happened this morning.
Not a lot of productivity.
Took
at
us
the
a
office this
lot
afternoon.
of time to get here, almost like 2 hours. So it was a lot of flooding in Connecticut.
I know they had canceled the JV,
JV
game
game, right,
because
I heard.
the JV field is directly across from us. It is
that turf?
grass.
Oh,
no,
it's grass?
But actually, it looks. Again, hindsight's 2020. They probably could have gotten in because it drained very well.
It doesn't look so bad. I'm sure JV is disappointed right now.
Because I'm sure those girls would have loved
Yeah.
Garden City and Darien to play.
Absolutely.
I know last year when we played in Darien, the JV had played,
I saw that game too.
and
yeah.
they all came over afterwards to
Yeah.
watch the game.
Yeah.
You know, not one
It
girl
was right
left,
next to-
not one parent left.
It's true. I do remember that both those games back to back. That wasn't Darien's best game. I'm sure Lisa remembers it and has thought about it ever since. But
Again, Leanna McDonald on the draw for GC.
there's
Stanford bound. Caitlin Cook coming up the
was a
ground
nice
ball.
ground ball there.
She's one of those. She's one of those grinders in the middle of the field. I'm sure Darien
Caitlin.
has that where there's somebody who's always getting every ball
Yes.
and getting knocked around and doing
Just
all,
takes it.
doing all the little things.
Yeah.
The Scottie Pippen to the Michael Jordan.
Exactly.
That is I would take 12 of those.
Absolutely. They're a complete player. They do it all. And maybe they don't finish
Yeah.
it, so they don't get the goal at the end or the assist.
The unsung heroes
Absolutely.
that
Works hard.
helped us win a state championship last year for the second year in a row as a sophomore.
Just wasn't a. Oh, no, she got it.
Another nice save by the Darien goalie.
I guess she went to the crease. So that's why Maggie got that. Maggie Brooks.
She's having an outstanding
She's having
first
some
half.
good saves there. This is Katie Elders. Oh, what? Oh, they're saying a check there. Darien ball. They're riding very hard here. Definitely redefending hard Garden City on Darien as well.
Sometimes the ride is a lost art
I think
in girls lacrosse. And if-
Lisa's one of the best when it comes to the ride, in my opinion. She has these girls. They're just so tough. They're just relentless. You just don't stop, which it's intimidating. She's looking for pumping there, trying to get a shooting
trying
space.
to get a shooting space. But yeah, that ride, if you can do that, if you could just make them make one extra pass, maybe one extra mistake, that ball ends up on the ground.
This is awesome ball movement here on the attack side, and she did finally get the shooting space. That is excellent ball movement. That is really nice, crisp, clean passes. And she got the ball, but she couldn't take the shot because of shooting space. So I'm sure she'll get in there. That's just a great
Shot, great bounce shot.
And that was Nicole Humphrey, who is a junior, and her sister is Ashley Humphrey, who is a sophomore.
The goalie for Garden City is Emily Gavin, first year junior starter. She's got big shoes to fill.
Yeah.
Our
With your
last year's
last year's goalie.
Larson, who basically surprised everybody and was an All-American goalie.
Oh, that's great.
As a first-year starter, and now she's getting time at Loyola,
Is she
Maryland.
really? That's amazing.
But you see the goalie position, the Darien goalie, the Garden City goalie. It's an athletic position, and the more athletic you are, and the more you can, instead of standing flat-footed, if you can be that athletic type of goalie,
Right. And be almost an extra defender.
It's an extra defender.
Right, it's true. And that's the way the game's going. Nice draw possession by Katie Ramsey. Taking it in. She doesn't have the numbers, so they're slowing it down here a little bit. Pass around the perimeter. Skip pass. Get the defense to move because they still have the backer, number 11 there.
And Darien is just
So skip passing will make her have to run a lot harder.
yeah. And
faster.
she's the only returning starter. So
They have her working hard.
yeah, she's working hard, and Darien is doing a great job of
Moving her.
moving that ball
Absolutely.
and skipping it around.
The skip
And it's
passing
exactly
moving.
what you want to do against the backer.
Oh, wow. That was just an amazing pass from the two crease attackers, Ashley Humphrey, and again, an assist from Sarah Jakes. They're really
Again-
seeing each other. They work really well together, those two crease attackers.
Yeah, you can see it. Great
Yeah,
ball movement,
I know.
great ball awareness of where the other girl is and the cutters are. Garden City definitely has their work cut out for them to try to keep a body in front of these girls. And I don't know right now if the backer is actually working, because since they've been in the backer, I think it went from a 1-goal game to now a 3-goal game. So
She can be getting tired because Darien's doing such a good
Yeah.
job moving the ball
And that's
quickly
exactly-
and finding the open
yeah,
player at
and
the
that's
end
exactly
of the day.
what you want to do is you
Yeah.
want to run that backer into the ground.
And they're doing a good job right now. So, and not much has changed off the draw.
Another-
Darien's been
another great
winning.
draw control
That's
from
Maddie
Darien.
Joyce. She's a commit to Brown. Doing a very good job this year. Having a great year. Getting it behind, settling up. That's Shay Vandenbroek. Again, settling. It looks like they're setting up a play here.
Now, you said that Darienne's, the girl on the draw, is 6 feet.
Yes, Katie Ramsey. She's actually, I would say maybe 6'1". She's going to USC. And senior, she is fun to watch.
Yeah, she is.
She's extremely talented, but also she just works hard. She's extremely humble. She's no dramatics at all with Katie. She just gets the job done. So I know Lisa must really appreciate that about her.
And those are the players you love.
Yeah.
Just the hard-working girls that don't look for the accolades and just want to do a great job.
That's her, and she's a complete player, and she just does her job, gets it done.
Yeah, it's the
old-fashioned way.
The old Bill Belichick credo is just do your job.
Using the goalie well here to transition and change sides of the field, which is always smart because it moves everyone to one side.
And here's the ride, just to make it difficult.
It's double there.
Darienne's every pass is contested,
Yeah, and sometimes even a double there, which is one of Lisa's strengths. One of many Lisa's strengths is between the 30s.
Good clear by Garden City
they
against
did
that
a good
strong
job there.
ride of Darien.
That was great. And the goalie was very composed coming out of the net. And you know what? That's smart. Take it out. She didn't have it. So they're making smart decisions on the offensive side.
And like you said, there's no shot clock. So sometimes goalies rush their outlet pass when they should just take their time.
I mean,
Jen Medjid with the ball.
Really nice stick skills, getting out of pressure, drop stepping out of pressure. And that was a really nice save by Maggie Brooks. Great save. Really strong. She's had a lot of low shots, and she saved them.
Yeah, she's, again, very athletic, getting down on that knee and scooping that ball. I'm going to ask for a goalie stick check, though. I think it might be a little big. Looks like a fishing net. No, she's having a great first half. She's keeping this lead.
Wow, that was just a pickup by Shea Vandenbroek. It was an errant pass to Christine Fiore, and Shea Vandenbroek was in the right place at the right time. Another unsung hero type of player, Shea Vandenbroek. Just gets the job done in a quiet, calm fashion. Has tremendous stick skills. She's playing, it looks like, as a high attacker up there.
This might be a good time for a Garden City timeout.
Yeah, it's 8-4 with 7:56 remaining in the first half. Clearly the momentum is in Darien's side, winning the draw. Obviously they're changing it up now, which is a smart thing to do. They have Christine Fiore on here, who is also 6 feet tall. So you have obviously a lot of height up here. And Maddie Joyce, who's super strong on the first step in. It's been coming to the side, too.
Yeah, they just switched Leanna McDonald. This is Sarah Mackey now, Florida commit, who's strong on the draw also.
Nice reach.
But right now it seems like they have no answer for
the height.
The height and the strength Darien has having on the circle.
Christine Fiore is going to Navy. She's a commit, senior captain. That's Kendall Wazinski, 21, senior, going to Richmond. And you have Shea. Wow, that was a nice try for an interception there. Again, look what as far as what they're doing. They're spreading the field out, giving that,
and
stretching the field out, which is really tough on defense. They're taking advantage of that. That was a nice pickup on. Now there's a scrum here, but that was a nice. I have a feeling maybe it's going to Darien.
But you're right. When you spread the defense out like that, you're just creating those passing lanes, and you skip the ball around, and it's hard for the defense, especially now. Darien's had the majority of the possession of this half, and Garden City might be getting a little tired.
Sure.
Trying to keep up with the excellent stick skills and passing of Darien.
They're doing a great job. They're very composed with the ball, and I know Lisa's. I'm sure one of her priorities is to be calm and composed with the ball. Everyone here can get the job done. You just have to take your time and figure out when. Oh, that was a nice save.
Yeah, nice save by
Katie
Emily Gavin.
It was a great save. Composed with the ball, goalie. She's there to help.
Again, it looks like Darien's not going to make it easy for Garden City to get out of their zone. And
now, look, I mean, there's already a double there. Potentially. She's good at back checking, too. Sarah Jakes there, number 17. She's great on the redefend. She does not give up. This is a fast break opportunity here. She hit the post.
Yeah, post.
Unfortunate post for her.
Nice save by the post.
That was a great, important grab there by number 19. 10, smart, get rid. You're being triple teamed. She got rid of it. Smart play.
Smart play. Instead of forcing it, finding the open girl, knowing if you're triple teamed, there's two people. There's two people open. Freeze position
Yeah.
here for Sarah Mackey.
Looks like she's on the 45 hash. I can't tell. And you know what? That girl is.
It's smart play.
Wow, did she make that save?
Another great save.
Unbelievable. Wow. Maggie Brooks is on fire down there. That was a tremendous save. She had a wide open net. So that was a smart dump to the crease girl.
Yeah,
Again,
an
a nice
unselfish
transition here.
play, but another great save by Maddie Brooks.
She's got some numbers.
Strong sidearm shot there by Darien.
Yep, that was Nicole Humphrey going to UNC.
I think that kind of sums up the first half there. A good defensive stand by Garden City, and then an unbelievable save by Darien.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, it's not. They had the goalies not help. It was definitely making some really nice saves.
Yes.
I mean, that was a nice shot. So I give it to the goalie there. And they're doing a good job backing up the goals behind the net here.
So
Again,
far,
there's no reason to rush this right now. You're up 8-4. They're doing a smart job. They're relaxed, composed of the ball, all within Lisa's plan.
Yeah, absolutely. Eat some clock. There's no. We've mentioned it before. There's no shot clock. There's no rush. You're passing and moving the ball wonderfully this half. Just keep it going, and take the opportunity when it arises, which
It was
they
a nice
did.
stop there. Again, didn't come up with the looks like someone deflected off their stick. Oh, she's wide open there. Shea Vandenbroek with the ground ball over here. Probably settled it down again a little bit here.
You know, Darien not only doing the fundamental things right, they're doing all the little things right now. They're getting those loose balls.
They are. They're the 50-50 balls they're coming up with right now. So, and that's I'm sure going to be on the top of the list. Garden City at half.
Nice pass
Oh,
there.
you know what? Goalie got a stick on that. We're calling it a push. So she's going to get either the center or the 45 hash right now. Yeah, it's looking like the 45.
I think what you alluded to before is spreading out Garden City's defense and creating these very wide lanes, and they're making these precision passes that are on the mark almost every time.
Well, she doesn't have the 45 hash, but she still has an angle. She went in lefty here, probably be a little stronger, but.
Strong shot.
She threaded the needle there, Christine Fiore, senior captain going to Navy, making it 9-4. Thinking potentially a timeout is coming up, but maybe not.
Maybe not. I
Maybe
think instead of a timeout, they're switching goalies. Carrie McHugh, Lehigh commit, is coming in with 321. She is a senior.
Okay.
There was a goalie battle during the year, which was even up until a couple of games ago. Emily Gavin seemed to have won the spot, but Coach Chapman making a change, and we'll see if this can reverse the fortunes here with 3 minutes to go.
Definitely momentum in Darien's favor. They're doing everything right now that they needed to do. They needed to get the draw. They needed to come up with the ground balls. They needed to transition well, and they needed to be composed with the ball. And on defense, the goalie and defense is making great stops. So
yeah, they're executing their game plan perfectly. Another draw control by Darien, but
reversed over here because I think they said she went over their shoulder.
Let's see if Garden City pushes here, trying to get a little momentum back. Again, they've had some good opportunities. The defense is strong, and the goalies made some spectacular saves, strong saves.
Again, a drive from the top.
Sarah Mackey up top.
Being doubled. Obviously, someone's open behind, but 10 is able to be there. That's Katie Duggan, who's a Harvard commit. Was able to connect with the slide.
Ella Heaney with the backup. A little over 2 minutes left. Garden City's working the ball now, trying to maybe get a little positive reinforcement before the half. They did a goalie change.
That's Katie Duggan back there, going behind the net.
Jen Medjid with the...
This is Katie Elders, who is a...
Good double up top there on Medjid.
Dartmouth commit, number 6. I think they're calling shooting space. Yeah, I think she's going to have one of her first 8 meters. Garden City has not had many.
No.
Not many. No, they had one before.
They had one
passed
before.
It low.
Right.
But this is look like one of the first coming probably. She's going to come in and take it.
It's Caitlin Cook.
Wow, that was another amazing save low.
Another save low. All low.
Call me crazy, but I think I would start going high. She's saving everything low.
Everything
wow.
low.
Wow, I don't know what happened there. That's too bad. We lost it on the outlet on the other side.
Yeah, Garden City back
That
up
was
with
a
the
really
ball.
good redefend. You know what? They're fighting. A lot of lacrosse left.
But yes, it's like you said. Yeah, I think all of her saves, except for maybe one or two, have been low. She's making those sweeping saves. Garden City may have to adjust.
That could even be, I don't know, my opinion, a charge. I don't know.
It could
seemed
be.
like it was her
I've
space
also
to own.
noticed, I don't know if you noticed in Connecticut, they are calling more charges this year because girls have gotten away for a long time.
Yeah, I
of
agree.
Backing in or.
You can't, right? Well, that was a nice shot, and that was low, and it went in.
Yeah, that was
It
Leanna
a
McDonald,
hip.
Stanford commit.
That was a great. She threaded the needle.
Yeah,
she did. That was a great shot.
I think to beat this goalie, it's going to you're going to have to come high. You're going to have to go low to high, high to low, because she's not the standard goalie of sitting back and
No.
and
She's very athletic. She's moving really well. She's doing her job.
and we'll see what changes the Garden City coaches can make at halftime.
9-5 with 1 minute and 37 seconds left.
I think the biggest
4 goals is nothing in lacrosse.
Yeah, it's
as you know.
nothing.
You
In
could
girls
score
lacrosse, nothing.
4 goals in a minute.
But again, if you're not getting the possession, which Darien, I don't know, have the exact numbers, so I would say probably 75%, maybe 80% on the draw.
Also, the ground balls, they've been
On
coming
the
up with
ground
as well.
balls, it seems the 50-50 balls. Again, that middle of the field is what wins you games. And right now, Darien's is doing exactly what they set out to do. A little bit of scrum here on the Garden City Trojan circle. Darien
I think it
comes
was
up
an
with
empty
it.
stick check. And
Minute
can't see her
28
number,
left.
but that is Maddie Joyce. Sophomore commit to Brown. Moving the ball nicely, getting away from pressure. And going to set up around the perimeter. They're spread out nicely.
Yeah, they
Cooking
could,
some
they could
time
actually
here.
hold. They could actually
I'm
hold
sure
for the
they will.
last shot.
I'm assuming that's what they're doing.
No reason not to.
Spraying the field out.
Under a minute now.
They'll wait till about 30 seconds, I'm assuming, and then drive.
Doing
Very disciplined team. Lisa's an amazing coach, as you know, and
Yeah,
has
she's-
this runs a tight ship. So no one's going to be making going rogue here by any means.
Yeah, they basically have the Garden City defense spread out from sideline to sideline.
And they're doing a good job with pressure.
Yeah, Garden
but
City is just. I think they're just a little
they
bit
just have ball
overwhelmed.
handlers. That's
and
yeah.
they. I don't think they've met a team this year that can handle the,
the ball this well. I
so
agree.
well. So we'll see what adjustments can be made at halftime.
All right, well, now it's down to 19 seconds, so we're definitely going to need a drive here. There's some good
defense running
slide.
out
Yeah,
by
good
Caitlin
slide.
Cook.
That was a nice pass there. Up.
A good
9
backup by
seconds.
Darien. Good defense
you-
there, GC.
That was a very, very nice slides there. And they didn't give him a lane. This is Ashley Humphrey, Stanford commit, sophomore. That was a nice feed. It was just
Yeah, that was.
unfortunate.
Didn't look like she had much space, but she got it through. Catherine
Yeah.
Conway coming up with the ball.
If anyone can, it's Ashley. Ashley Humphrey's going to Stanford. And her sister's number 1, who's a midi. The Humphrey sisters. And they have a 7th grader coming up
Stanford
who's
Brown.
also a pretty...
So obviously the Darien girls are doing a great job in the classroom also.
Yeah, they're smart girls. And they work really hard. Ashley and Nicole came to a practice of mine last year, and I asked them to tell my players, how much time do you spend with your stick? Because I always tell my players, at the end of the day, the only reason anyone's better is because they have their stick in their hand longer. That's it. They work harder. They're out of practice, they are working. And I asked them to come to my practice and tell the girls, tell me what your routine is. They go to practice, which is obviously an hour and a half to 2 hours. Then they practice a full 2 more hours at home. And every time they're in their kitchen, they're walking around with their stick and cradling or dodging. They have their stick in their hand as if it's part of their body all the time, in the morning, in the afternoon, on the weekends, anytime they're walking around their house. My girls, their face is like, oh, geez, this is what I have to do.
But I think that's the
But
key.
I think they need to understand.
The phrase you used, out of practice.
Out of practice.
A lot of times you don't get a lot of practice. You know, after school, an hour and a half.
And you're working on
It
team
is.
concepts a lot. You know,
In
team.
Garden City, there's by our St. Paul's cathedrals where a lot of our soccer and lacrosse fields are. There's a wall.
That's all
It's a
you
brick
need.
wall.
That's all you
And
need.
everybody talks about, are you going to the wall? Are you going to the wall? And you
Good
can
for
go
them.
there by yourself. You don't need anybody, and you go.
Exactly.
And it's the out of practice.
That's it. That's
and
what it comes down
that's
to.
the difference between a great player and
Absolutely.
an average player.
100%. I mean, and the best thing, and I think all lacrosse players listening should realize it's in their control. If they want to be better, they can. This weekend, I was just driving around the high school, and who do I see out there playing? Sarah Jakes, who just had about, I think she's 3 to 4 goals, number 17. The one who's playing midfield for her sister right now. She's a sophomore. She's the one on the field. Working hard. She's out there with a bag of balls. And look, now she's having the game of her life.
Yeah,
So-
and it pays off. It really does.
And I think almost every single time I go around the circle, where we have a circle that goes around the fields, every time I drive around the circle, I see her in there. And there's a reason why these kids are good, because they put the time in, and they do it out of practice. It's just, you don't just appear, okay, I'm going to have really good stick skills. So
Yeah.
I'm sure that I have to imagine Lisa is happy with a lot that she's seeing, and I'm sure she has some things she wants to work on too as well, obviously. Garden City.
I think Garden City now, what Coach Chappie should be telling them is, they're playing hard. They're not getting the 50-50 balls.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't say it's so much their fault. It's just that Darien just seems to be one tiny,
Step ahead.
Step ahead.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the little things that make the difference in a lacrosse game. They're getting some good shots. The goalie standing on her head.
I agree.
And
I agree. She's doing a good job.
I would.
Who came up a nice goal? Was it 97 or was it switch goal?
The backer might not be
Right. So
the defense
yeah.
to be here. I think
Maybe man-to-man.
stick to a man-to-man and try to isolate. Darien has a lot of weapons, so it's not as though if you shut.
She does. She has
if
a
you
ton.
if you shut 20 down, that number one won't. So it's basically just keep working hard, and hopefully some of those goals can trickle through. Darien's game plan is working to perfection.
It is. She's
So
doing
they're
a good job.
they're gonna have to come up with an unbelievable effort. And try to get a couple goals, maybe climb back in this. And like I said, it's a long half.
And there's a lot of lacrosse left. I can imagine that Lisa is saying, look, at the end of the day, Garden City is Garden City because they're competitors and they can come back and give everything. And in 2 seconds, they can tie up this game. You guys have to go out there. It's 0-0 right now and execute just the way you did. Do not let your foot off the gas.
Right.
If I'm the coach
Oh, yeah.
right now, I am saying you give it everything you have and you just keep going. You keep driving and you do not give up even an inch, because Garden City is just going to take it if you give it anything. That's how good you are.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
Garden City's-
I would guess from watching Darien this first half that they're not. They're going to, because you've seen that happen. You've seen that happen at the collegiate level in high school. When teams take that, they stop.
the gas off, yeah.
Well,
Okay.
just for a second, a girls' lacrosse game can change in a blink of an eye. And a 5-goal lead can suddenly be down for 2-goal lead, 1 goal, and it's tied.
And especially now that there's not a shot clock, as you know, until there's a shot clock, they can take time off
They
if
can.
you get a lead. So you just have to keep playing their game. They're doing a great job on the draw, obviously.
They
That's
really are.
helping.
So we'll see if Garden City's got their two stronger draw girls in Sarah Mackey and Liana McDonald. Tough girls. Sarah going to Florida, Liana going to Stanford. But, the one their main drawing girls, injured senior Deanna Weisenberger, who's 5'10".
Oh, that's your daughter.
That's my daughter. Kind of built like me. I was an ex-football player at Syracuse, but it's kind of hurting them a little bit. They've been very successful this year
She's
so far in the
5'10".
draw. She's
Yeah, the height, you
5'10".
need-
She's solid. She's strong. And in a game like this, we always talk about having your number one draw girl, your number two, your tertiary. You need 3 or 4 girls that when things aren't going your way, to shake things up, maybe move girls in a circle. And I think right now
she needs one more.
the possession and the ground ball capability of Darien on the
Darien
circle
she's probably 5 to 6 girls at any time that she can put on the
so
draw.
I think there, if we can somehow get those to a 50-50.
So what happened to your
chance.
daughter?
She actually tore her ACL playing soccer. She was a captain of the Garden City soccer
I'm
team.
Sorry.
But she's rehabbing. Her rehab is going well. So much so where the surgeon, the therapist, and the trainer said they've never seen a girl or a boy come so far so fast.
Wow.
So
Good for her. She must be determined.
She's determined.
It must
She's
be hard to be sitting on the
she's
sideline.
bummed.
Her
It's-
senior year captain.
It's the worst thing
I'm
to sit here and
sorry.
watch her friends. She's worked so hard, but
That
she should
happens.
be back in a week or two.
She should be back playing?
She'll be back playing.
You're kidding.
Yeah, she's
Oh,
actually
usually
cleared.
you're out for a year.
She's doing non-contact practices now.
Wow, good for her.
Again, she's a Stony Brook commit, going to play for #1 team in the country.
Good for her.
She's excited. She's a big Joe Spallina fan.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, I'm sure she's offering a lot of leadership and
She is.
support right
She's-
now. She has to realize that it still matters. It doesn't matter if you're on the field, being there with showing your support to your teammates and being there. You don't need to just be on the field. It matters too.
Absolutely.
It matters. They need that leadership. So
I was actually urged by some of the dads to say, your daughter. She actually went to the entire indoor season, their indoor training.
She went to all the practices.
As another coach, because
Oh, good for her.
it's the dads and the GC Association that sets up the indoor training
Right,
and the
right.
winter training.
Yeah.
And she was there, and she was another coach,
Oh, good for her.
especially with the defense being so young. That we have a freshman out there, 2 juniors, and both the goalies are first-year starters, first-year players. So they're learning, and defense is a team, is a unit.
Yeah,
and you
obviously,
see
yes.
Darien, where they're sliding. Garden City's made some nice plays where they're sliding, getting
That
there.
was
But
at the end of the first half. They did a really good job.
but defense, as you know,
Right, they're on the younger end as well as Darien's.
and it's tough. You're playing a team like Darien who's moving the ball and they're skipping the ball
They really
around.
are.
You really have to keep your feet moving because defense. It's unheralded to play defense on any level of girls lacrosse. But this is where you have to
dig deep, right?
dig deep and work as a unit.
You have to work as a unit.
And we'll see what happens here because they're facing their biggest challenge of the year right now with these Darien.
This offensive
Darien team.
unit is
well
strong
coached,
for sure.
and like you
Absolutely.
said, disciplined, and they're executing the game plan
Lisa and
exactly the
Carrie
way Lisa drew it up.
Do a great job, and Carrie, her assistant, she's been with her, I think, since like 1998 or a very long time. But they're a great duo together, and I have tremendous respect for both of them.
Yeah, first draw
Go.
control won by Darien. Just seemed to be controlling that circle.
Katie Elders came up with that.
Yes. and
Ashley Humphrey again, the two low crease. Sarah Jakes and Ashley work really well together over here. You got Kendall Wazinski on the elbow, and then you have your middies up on top. Maddie Joyce, Nicole Humphrey. They're doing a really good job with the skip passing.
nice and patient too, not rushing. I mean, yes, they have a 4-goal lead, but they're moving the ball around. Everybody's touching it.
Junior Sky Vandenbroek, she's a lefty. She does a nice job, shoulder stick, protecting her stick there. There's that.
Nice
Sarah
move there,
Jakes,
coming
who
across
just
the
has
crease. Great shot.
The player I was telling you was working all weekend. She doesn't stop. I would say that's probably 4 or 5 for her. 10-5 now. Again, started with the draw, some nice ball movement, and they're finding the open lane.
Yeah, just a great individual effort to see to make a couple moves and just drive directly toward the goal.
She dodged 2 girls there in a row. So Sarah's getting the job done. You know what? She has confidence right now. She's on a roll. So she doesn't feel like she's being stopped. She's going to keep going.
Yeah, the lane was there. She made a move on one defender.
Yep.
And then it made a move on another defender, and no slide after that, and had an open look at the goal.
So it looks like, yeah, we have 3 defenders down here. So we're starting down.
Good box out by Darien on the Liana McDonald coming up with the loose ball for Garden City.
Oh, wow, that was a nice turnover there.
I think Garden City needed that.
Number 10's working hard.
Yeah, she's one of those who you can't pull her off the field. Liana McDonald,
Liana, yeah, she works hard.
Stanford commit.
was-
Nice pass there.
That's a
Jen
good
Magic
ground ball. Katie
couldn't handle
Elders
it.
coming up. Katie Elders is one of those players that you were talking about before that does all the little things
Yeah.
that makes the big things happen. Works hard, super fast, doesn't ever give up. That is Nell Niffen, the only freshman on the team. She was on my team last year. Tremendous stick skills, hard worker, smart player. To be a freshman and being on the field right now against Garden City, she's earned her stripes here. surprising that's not the best slide there.
No,
That was probably one of her, if not her first goal as a varsity player. I'm thinking it is from the reaction on the sideline. Good for Nell Niffen. That's not an easy, but I would say, you know, she was right to go in. No one really picked her up. 2 or 3 girls were in the area, but they weren't stopping her. At the end of the day, if you're not stopped, you got to go.
If the lane is open, you have to go. Right now, Garden City
Definitely
seems
a defensive breakdown.
a little flat-footed. They're not really sliding. Communication doesn't seem to be there. Again, right now there are 3 junior defenders, and
You can see Darien starts more defensively. They have 3 girls over the straining line here, and you guys have 2 less. So we have 5 back, first 4. 16 came up with the draw there.
yeah, Caitlin Cook.
Well, they're doing better on the draw.
Yeah, we
just need to they just need to be able to stop them defensively.
Yeah, and coming into the season with Deanna Weisenberger hurt, and they knew it would be a challenge. And again, that's why you're playing a school like Darien out of conference.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to make you stronger. You're going to see where your holes are. It exposes the holes pretty fast when you have a strong team. And at the end of the day, it's what you want to see. And there's a little forcing going on here on the Garden City side.
That was a tough pass behind
each
Jen
possession. That's probably not the pass I would have made. But you know what? They're looking at the score. We're down 11-5. We need to make it up, and this is where it works against you. There is still plenty of time.
Plenty of time.
That's what I would be telling my team right now.
And exactly what you said. There's no reason to force a pass. And again,
it's hard to get a possession on in this game. That was just again a tremendous save by Maggie Brooks, and that's a critical ground ball there. But,
yeah, she made a nice save, and the ball was rolling around, and Darien came up with that 50-50 ball again.
Again, Katie Elders helping clear it, which she's done about.
That
nice
was
play
a nice
by
block. Amanda Serrato.
Yeah,
junior starter. Good
great
stick
block.
Work.
That was a key block for them. And defense doing a good job getting back quickly. 3 recovered nicely. Ava Finn. There's Katie Duggan right there. She's a strong player, really strong with her voice, Harvard commit. First year at Darien High School. She was at Greenwich Academy last year, so we're lucky to have her. Looks like they're
very
overloading.
Disciplined on defense also, Darien, sliding and
communicating well.
Keeping the scores of Garden City at bay.
Look how the sticks are straight up in the passing lane, if you notice.
Nice
that
pass
right there was the pass that you needed to make, which I don't know, she got hit afterwards.
Yeah. I've seen that a lot. It's one thing I question in girls lacrosse where I've seen it happen. The foul after the shot.
The yellow card.
Doesn't seem to get called a lot. Well, it actually got called here because girls.
She's out for a couple minutes now, Katie.
You know, it happens to both when you're watching a game. It happens to both teams where girls, their momentum is not carrying, is not forcing them to the ground. They're usually getting pushed, and the referees seem to be focused on the goal and not.
So far, it's a good
I it's well officiated game.
Exactly.
Yes. And I actually spoke too soon about that, but they.
Yeah, they saw it and they corrected it. And I think it was accidental.
But correct me if I'm wrong, and I may be sure of the rule, but I thought if there was a foul after the shot, it's automatically against the Garden City.
Yeah, here it is.
They lined up the draw, they gave it to Leanne McDonald.
And someone is leading for the goal, so.
But you know, girls are defenseless when they're going into the goal, and it's serious injury could be called. I'm glad they called it there, and I'd be encouraged if they called it for both sides. That's another nice pass. Another great save by the goalie.
And they are going high on her. Well, that was a nice pickup there. So, quick goal.
Quick goal, nice pass from behind the net.
I don't know if she called a timeout. I'm not sure if you remember the game last year. There were quite a few goals scored after a yellow card in the Varsity game. And I think we forgot that. So I'm pretty sure that's normal right now. But again, quick goals, 2 quick goals. It was an 11-5 game. It's now 11-7 game. So, you know, this is a tight game. As much as, you know, as a coach, this would feel tight. And I know that maybe it doesn't reflect 2 minutes ago, but right now it's a tight game. Girls need to.
4 goals or under is a tight game.
Honestly, Lacrosse is so fast. You can score so quickly.
So I apologize. I didn't see who scored that last goal for Garden City. Jen Magic scored.
You know what? There was a shot blocked and then a ground ball to a goal. I do not know who scored that one. But it was
Timeout, I believe, called by Lisa and Darien. Just after the 2 quick goals. Settled down Darien, Varsity. Coach Shack is probably saying keep it up. It's still almost 21 minutes left. A lot of time.
definitely a time where Darien needs to say, okay, that's it, no more goals. That's it, we're going to stop and we'll go back to our game here. You know, again, keeping from going off to a total
That 50 ball out of that. Now we'll see about possession.
Well, now we'll have possession. I mean, now we'll get a draw.
But if Darien is able to keep some possession and run some clock.
Right, well, she needs to get the goal back in, to get Katie back in.
Yeah, right, they'll hold it till they're back.
There's not much time left.
No.
We're going to take, I would say, less, maybe a minute. Maybe less.
Okay. Yeah, that's what
Mark just texted
me.
And then that's Christine Fury.
And Sarah Mackey on the circle. Sarah Mackey coming up with the big ball. Darien, that's great getting back in the transition defense game.
Okay, the blue is the sideline. So that's a turnover.
Unforced error there by Garden City when they came up with the draw and just scored 2 quick goals.
Yeah,
and
unfortunate timing because that was a key possession for them on that draw there.
And you have to give Darien's defense because
Now
they're I'm sorry, they're really contesting everything, every ball, every pass. So
and
give
right
them,
now
give
that
them
was
credit.
Right back with Garden City right there on that redefend.
Yeah, to slow them down.
No, she's trying to kill the clock right now to get Katie back. Is Katie back?
Still
no, she's still out. So
still down a man, Darien.
So they're gonna ball handle. It's a tough time to ball handle because the opposing team is very aggressive too. But it's something you have to do, and learn to do, and Lisa's players can handle the ball. That's for sure. That is Sarah Jakes, who's having an awesome day. Very proud of her. Again, you just have to keep moving your feet when you have the ball. At the end of the day, I tell the girls, you cannot stop your feet. You're too easy to defend.
Right.
So.
And just the opposite on defense as well. If you stop moving your feet, it's over.
Oh gosh, that was a blind pick there. They didn't catch it.
Looks like she's ready to come back in. Teams will be at full strength.
Okay, here we are. It's a good minute of kill the clock.
Good clock kill by Darien.
That was a nice drive in there.
Oh.
That was a nice sidearm low shot by Nicole Humphrey. That was a great job. I mean, she saw the lane. She just went. Again, the collapse is not there.
The last 3 goals by Darien have all been basically one-on-one.
Drive in with not a good. The slide isn't there.
Garden City's not sliding. The main defender's not moving their feet, not keeping their body in front of them, and Darien's taking advantage of the wide open lanes.
And we can see it from here. I'm sure that.
Yeah.
That's all they want is that lane.
We
so.
both saw the afterburners go and a great drive to the cage.
And you know when a girl is going.
Again, back to a 5-goal lead for Darien.
19 minutes left, 12-7. Got Christine Fury, Katie Elders, and Katie Ramsey on the draw. Okay.
Another pickup by Sarah Mackey. It's 2 in a row.
She's doing a good job.
Yeah, they're fighting. Garden City girls, especially these 3 midfielders. Mackey,
yes,
Caitlin Cook, and Liana McDonald are grinders. They, if you notice, they haven't been subbed out, and they won't be. You really have to drag them off the field.
I wouldn't be
and
subbing
those are the girls
either.
you want. I'm sure Darien has the same type, where you literally have to go out and if it's an 80, 90 degree day, and just to get them some water, they don't want to come out.
I don't blame them. This is a key game for them. I mean, it's important.
Garden City has to. They're down by 5. They do have to be a little patient. They can't rush shots and force.
They have to make every possession count. And you know what? Right here, now she's gonna have an open goal right here.
Sarah Mackey with a nice move.
Yeah,
one-on-one.
Nice dodge. She dodges hard.
She's a very good athlete. Again, going to Florida, they call her Gator.
Well, now potentially the low defender comes in, and sometimes you okay, she didn't take it.
Yeah, she dished it back of the cage to Elahini. A nice pass.
Gonna call a trip there.
Trip there. Caitlin Cook. They call her Cookie.
Center hash. This is not what Lisa wants right now, for sure.
Oh,
She went high.
She went high. Another nice
Yeah,
save.
stick side. That was a nice dodge there. Split dodge those two.
Don't have the exact numbers, but that's probably between maybe the 8th and 10th save.
Yes, I would say. I need the.
Yeah, and a lot of them in point blank.
Yeah, she's doing a great job. You know what? I think normally she's been subbing goalies in, giving them half and half. But listen, when you have a player on fire,
Yeah,
don't stop the momentum, and I agree with that.
right. Don't douse that fire. Leave her
Yeah.
in. She's having a great half. She's had a great first half.
Yeah.
She's having a great start of the second half.
Yeah, there's no reason to pull her.
Has a tight pass in there.
Yeah. Oh, that's a nice pickup, too. You know, Garden City's coming up with more of the second opportunity. Wow, that was a shovel shot low.
I think they're
And
going to call
unfortunately,
something before. Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
they called the whistle before, but
that was a great sidearm snake shot by Jen Medjid.
Jeez. That's sick.
A little frustrated there, thinking that the goal would count.
Well, it looks like she's getting a strong hash, so I think she's. But as they know, Maggie's been doing a great job.
Yeah, you know, we talked about maybe shooting high on her, but I think the last shots have been high,
have.
and she's
Now they're low.
another save.
Oh, she's out. It's Katie Elders again. Remember the girl I was saying?
Right.
Does all the hard work.
She's got good speed
your
here.
She's a workhorse. She does all the hard work for you, clears it out for you.
Yeah, she knew the pressure was coming. She made a nice pass.
And that looks like she's going. Oh,
Goalie got a piece of it. Good backup by Darien.
Ashley Humphrey. And I have to imagine that this is going to be a little bit of a settled situation here. There's no reason for Darien to be forced.
No, you know, we had talked about earlier in the broadcast the transition game, which is what Garden City have to worry about. But it's really they're settling down. They're one-on-one.
Yep. They really have both.
That
right
they
now.
have. Oh, they
Yeah,
have
they
both. But it's
right now today
they seem to have taking advantage of.
It's a good drive and some tough
Loose ball.
tough catch there.
Yep.
Oh, it's still theirs.
Garden City, Caitlin Cook came up with it.
Again, number 10.
Yeah. Well, no,
Is that 10?
actually, that's number 16,
Oh.
but 10
10
and
is always in
16,
there.
yeah, they're always
In the middle of the action.
they're always in there. And they'll never fight. They'll never stop. All the Garden City girls. I like the Darien girls, but Leanna McDonald and Caitlin
have
Cook,
grit.
they won't stop. Both of them starters last year as sophomores.
That's amazing.
So
on
they
this
have
team. They have experience.
they have experience. They have a state championship under their belt.
Good off-ball movement.
Garden City,
Opening the lane on the
Yeah.
top, which they've been doing a lot today.
Leanna McDonald down.
Again, another off-stick side. That was a great save. You know, at the end of the day, some of those goals would normally go in. You know, I mean.
But she's making. Garden City's making. Getting some good looks and some good shots, and the goalie is just high, low.
And that was offside. That was
Off
a hard
stick side.
save. That was a hard save.
Came across her body, made a great save.
And
there's really
we're clearing it well too.
Yeah, and there's nothing you can do about it. You can't.
It's frustrating for the attack that works so hard, finds the open player, is patient, but. Ashley Humphrey. Just
A little bit of a rush. No reason for
there's no
Darien
reason
to rush.
yeah.
They kind of have all
I'm
the
sure
time in the world. So
Lisa's thinking the same thing right now, so she's probably.
good defense by Garden City, but Darien rushed it a little bit. Oh, good check there.
Yeah, definitely. I think we just have to make the 90% pass where 90% of the time they're going to catch that, especially right now.
Right.
Oh my gosh, so I guess it was checked out of her stick and went out of bounds. That's a strong redefend. Again, we're talking about not ever giving up on both sides. There's a lot of determination and grit on both these teams. Well, you can see it.
But sometimes, as a young defender, you want to do all you can and run sometimes making that pass to a midi or might be the smarter choice than to try to run up the sideline.
So,
because especially against a team like Darien where they're going to contest every ball. So Darien setting things up top.
Yep.
Oh, good check there by Catherine
Uh,
Conway,
Looks like
senior captain. Nice play. Garden City kind of needed that. It's kind of been tough all day to slow Darien down.
that's a good stop by Katie Duggan.
Good job of Darien settling back into their defense. Jen Medjid has it. Point guard of the team. Settle things down. Still, no, it's getting down there. It's only 12 minutes to go now.
12-7 with 12 minutes left.
Garden City's had their opportunities in this half.
Definitely.
And the goalies made some great saves.
They definitely had possession more the second half than they had in the first half. And again, Maggie Brooks is on fire. Defense is doing a good job slowing them down, but Garden City's getting looks.
They're getting them. And I think there's a force field around the net of the Darien goalie.
It's good defense by Katie.
Nice
nice
pass.
slide and a great drawn dump. Yeah, there was the slide and then the second slide wasn't there, but it was a nice look.
Yeah, Garden City, good ball movement. Caitlin Cook, Jen Medjid.
And I think the only time that Maggie can't save it is she didn't see that. She was absolutely screwed on that one. But so far.
We have to ask Maggie what she had for breakfast today.
Exactly.
Or how
We
good
want to have it tomorrow.
how good of a nap she had on the bus on the way down.
I think.
And what school is Maggie going to?
I do not think she's committed right now for lacrosse. She is actually a Skyliner. It's synchronized ice skating. She's a national champion. Have you ever heard of Skyliners?
No, but I can see ice skating. I can see the athletic and the foot movement.
She's amazing. Yeah, she's. I mean,
that she has on the lacrosse field. I could see it transitioning on the ice.
They're big time Skyliners.
Well, I'll tell you, if there's one,
if this is another draw control.
Caitlin Cookie coming up with it. If she wants to play lacrosse in college, this is the film to send to.
I would think so.
To coaches. Garden City is being patient, but it's
11 minutes, 23 seconds left. 12-8.
Cookie has the ball. It's Jen Cavan, senior, first-year starter behind the net.
It's Katie Duggan on ball. It's a good potential slide, right?
Good job of Darien. The defenders are all moving their feet.
They're good. They sag in nicely,
Yeah,
and they're
really
waiting
do.
for the slide. See there, Nell Nippon's waiting. She sees it. That's a tough slide from the crease because sometimes you get shooting space. Number 7, who is Charlotte Woodstock.
That was a tough
Going
shot.
Holy Cross.
Leanna McDonald may have forced that a little bit, but
They're lucky they came up with it in the
hit
backfield.
down by 4. It was a good backup by GC.
It's Katie Elders. Again, she's got great foot movement.
Jen
Really,
Medjid.
really fast feet.
Yeah, and I know I said it before, but defense is all about feet.
Yeah, and that right there could have been a charge. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that was her space, and she came into it. She rolled eventually.
She
off.
rolled back.
She bounced off of her. But again, that is
Another call they don't call enough.
Wow, she 10 just
Good
found
job
that
by
goal.
Leanna McDonald, just
She did not give up there.
grinding to the goal. But you're right, with that, another call, with the girl, almost looks like a roll, but it really is like
You
backing
can't
into
back
the
in,
space.
right.
And they don't call it enough, and they should, because it's hard enough to play defense in girls lacrosse. You
Absolutely,
basically,
because it's so tight. They call it
it's
so
so
tightly.
tough
with
to do it, and to have your space violated
I agree.
with someone backing up or charging you with their shoulder. And I've seen it called a couple times this year so far, and it's actually good to see.
No, I agree. It's beginning. Then that's the space that you're going to have to give up. So own your space and don't let anyone take it away. And
That's a very good teaching point.
If an attacker comes to you
Garden
and
City,
drives in, you can defend on
you can
them.
defend their space.
Garden City has now won the last 3
Yeah.
or 4 draws, and that is how the momentum is changing. And
Cookie coming up with it again.
the-
Both
you have
teams
like a-
working hard. It's just that they're
right now the momentum.
both
is shifted.
well-coached teams that aren't going to give up.
Oh, that's just an she got her on the inside,
Oh.
and Maggie came up with a key save there.
Another
that
great
could have been
save.
deadly. She
Nice
just
move
rolled
by
on the
Alex
inside.
Hopkins. Excuse me, I'm sorry.
No, yeah, you're right.
Freshman,
Outside to the inside.
nice move, but kind of good pickup by Darien
That's
down the sideline.
Freshman. She went out of
Went out of
bounds.
bounds. It's tough sometimes when you're playing on these football fields to know. Sometimes during the game,
What's the out?
what's the
out of
out of bounds? There's a white line, there's a blue line, there's a yellow line. Sometimes you can, the girl 15 on Darien who made a nice pickup,
Yeah,
but just
she didn't realize it was.
didn't
out of
realize.
bounds. That's good. That's a good defense. Slow the player down. That's Nicole Humphrey there. 10 is definitely someone I would keep my eye on there.
Yeah,
Do not let her get the ball.
You know, the freshman made a nice move there. I just think she.
Yeah, she did.
As hot as this goalie is,
That's good, D.
Caitlin
There's
Cook.
no one there to slide right there. Okay, that was a.
Oh, that's a tough
inside.
pass in there.
Oh my goodness gracious!
Unbelievable
so
shot
that was
by,
she was
Liana.
goal side too when she caught
Yeah.
that ball. So and that's a back door there. So I have to imagine Lisa wants to slow this ball, get the ball slowed down, and have more composure with the ball in the offensive zone. It's not 8:59, 12-10. Darien is up 12-10. They just had what 4 unanswered goals.
And I think what has changed the momentum
draw.
here is the draw.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is that ball in the middle of the field where the game is won. Garden City really grinding out. Liana basically.
They're taking their time. They're not forcing as much
they're
on
not
the
forcing.
offensive.
They're getting very
zone.
good shots, and you know, you have to say,
need
being objective, the goalie can't stop all of them.
No,
she's having a great game, and
It doesn't
even the
change
Darien defenders, they're sliding, they're moving their feet. I just think
What changed the momentum was when we forced the ball down here
Right.
earlier. We forced the ball down here, and then there was a turnover, and then that is what's changed.
it looks like another turnover here. Garden City comes up with the ball. Amanda Serrato.
We're just not composed with the ball right now.
It was a double team. Oh, have to be careful with the ball here. You got to take care of the ball
of it,
and be clean.
Yeah, make smart passes. Again, 8 minutes, 30 seconds left, 12-10. Momentum has shifted. I would say there's about 4 unanswered goals off of the possession has come
right.
from the draw.
And we said it earlier, possession in the girls' game off that circle is the key to.
Garden City's not giving up, working hard.
Yeah, they're being patient.
Again,
Liana
they're
McDonald.
opening lanes up here.
Smart to pull it out. Great defense there. Good pass in the middle.
Stick skills are
Darien doing
phenomenal.
a great job of sliding. Garden City doing a good
right
job
here
of
again. Another lane open is someone
noticing that the lane's not there.
That's
They have
that
to,
was smart.
right.
That was
Just
good D on
pull
three.
it out. Pull it out. Don't force it into a double
Ava
or triple
Finn,
team.
Good job, Katie, getting back. Protect your house there. Oh, it's wide open. Gosh.
Wow.
The crease was wide open. I gotta imagine Lisa's gonna call a timeout.
Yeah, it's a
12-11, one goal game
with
7.
little less than 8 minutes. Garden City's scrapping back. That was Julia Ingracia, sophomore, 2-year player on the varsity. Great pass. You know, I was just about to say there was a blue wall there. Garden City encroached like 3 times, kept pulling it out. Noticing it wasn't there, and then
At the end of the day, they have been more patient. They have been more patient, and they had the time to do it. And they're doing a good job.
They're being patient, but yet knowing that they have to
smart
and patient. So now it looks like Darien has changed their.
That looks like
draw girl.
I think it's Sarah Jakes. Is it number 17? I can't see her box. Not to me. I think it's Sarah Jakes. Yeah, it's number 17.
Up, Caitlin Cook. Caitlin Cook knocking the ball to Juliana Ingracia. Sarah Mackey with the ball. We'll see now. This could turn into back to a 0-0 game.
You never can take your
right.
Your eye off the game plan, right?
Right. And I don't think Darien did. I think they were. Liana driving to the goal.
Gosh.
Wow, that was through like a triple team. Liana McDonald just not being stopped.
Tied up game, 7 minutes, 21 seconds. This is frustrating as a coach.
We'll see if
to
Lisa
have 5 or
takes
6 unanswered goals. Sorry.
No, that's my fault. No, I'm surprised maybe a timeout just to settle your team down. You know, it was a long bus trip down here and just settle them down. And Garden City just seems to be
even to stop the momentum.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes that's all you need.
We have to stop this momentum. They're on a tear. It's
a simple timeout. Get the girls some water.
She may not have a timeout left. I'm thinking. I don't
True.
remember. I know were there already 2 timeouts yet in this half?
In this half, I don't believe so.
Okay, so someone must have another timeout. That was over the head, so I'm surprised that was not called. That's a good pickup by Sarah Jakes. That's a critical.
Coming up with the ball.
Just can't force it here. Just take care. Every possession should be a goal at this point. And listen, let's not force it there. That's Nicole Humphrey. That's smart.
That's smart. Slow it down.
Yep. Ashley's back in on the crease over there.
Yeah, you just relinquished a 5-goal lead.
Yeah.
Darien needs to settle. Garden City needs to move their feet and play smart defense and
I agree.
Not allow those one-on-one drives to the hoop.
What happened there? Okay, across her face. She's going to get a hash here. It was an 8-meter.
See, again, the slide there came a little late and came a little across the
Off balance,
body.
Yeah. Which is a 45 hash, which is a strong hash to have, especially you got a lefty goalie with the righty stick here.
Well, that
That's
was a nice shot.
ground. Nicole Humphrey with the key goal, 13-12, 6 minutes, 23 seconds left. Again, that was off of the draw from Sarah Jakes. It all comes down, right, as you said before, between the 30s and the draw circle at the end of the day. They got to come up with the draw. They want to win, you got to come up with the draw right now. So we have Christine Fiore taking the draw, it looks like. And Katie Elders on the circle with Sarah Jakes on the circle. And it came over to Sarah Jakes' side last time, so.
Yeah, it was everybody swinging at it before, but Leanna McDonald back in the circle for GC. And this is big for both teams.
6 minutes, 23 seconds left.
Kind of the same spot as last time.
Oh, I'm surprised they didn't call that a cover. I'm surprised they didn't call that a cover there, actually. Okay, so that's Christine Fiore, pass to Sarah Jakes. They do not have the numbers here, so I would slow it down. I mean, Garden City did a good job setting up and settling.
Yeah, getting that
They got
defense
back to
back.
the 8 quickly.
Marking up.
Smart, patient. Nicole Humphrey, nice
It
dodge
looks
there.
like GC's in the backer.
Oh, that's a nice.
That was a great thread pass
So
right
there was-
there.
She went in, she was doubled, and then she was tripled, and there was a wide open goal. Christine Fiore right in the middle. So that was a great shot and a great connection from Nicole Humphrey to Christine Fiore. 14-12, 5 minutes, 51 seconds left. 2-goal game, but as we know, this can swing any moment. As a coach, you're just never comfortable the whole time.
Right.
Especially with these games that are close like this.
And even that girl was well covered, but it was a great,
She made a great pass.
precise pass.
With
And
that much pressure, for sure.
but again, the last 2 draw controls have gone to Darien, and they've scored on both.
Christine Fiore at the draw again. She got it last time. Again, you can look at draw, goal, draw. I mean, if we figured it out, it's sort of, okay. They're letting them play. See how 7 boxed out,
Right.
23 there. That was a smart play.
I'm telling you,
That's smart. So 7 boxed out. Maddie
there is
Joyce.
a rhyme and reason to the draw
Absolutely.
circle and how you can box out like a basketball box
Absolutely.
out.
That's what you're supposed to do.
That's what you're supposed to do. And even if you're
Sometimes-
not going to get to the ball, you
Ooh.
box out so the other player can get. But Cookie,
She boxed out for the ground ball there, which was smart.
so Garden City comes up. We have a little over 5 minutes. Darien, who back-to-back goals, bring it back up to a 2-goal lead. The freshman
13.
Hopkins.
That's a nice dodge. She dodges hard.
You know, she's young, but she's got good stick skills, but, you know, not much experience on this level.
It's a good day. You see how she has her space there and she's not giving it up? Katie Ramsey.
And her feet never stop.
Yeah, no.
And she's going against one of the best.
She forced the turnover. That was key right there.
Uncharacteristic of Jen Medjed there. Throwing the ball high to Sarah Mackey behind the cage.
And again, this Katie Elders clearing it out for about the 10th time in the game. Just so critical on the draw. Oh, jeez, ouch.
Yeah, I got hit from behind there.
Oh, that looked like it hurt, actually.
I think she
Christine
may have
Fiore
banged
Yeah.
their head on the turf there.
It was accidental.
She's up, putting her goggles back on.
4 minutes, 27 seconds left. I'm sure Garden City's eager for her to get her stuff together, so get the game in play here. 23, that's Maddie Joyce.
Yeah, she made a
Brown
nice
commit,
clear.
sophomore. Yep, nice job handling the ball.
Garden City needs to drop in. Got a shooting space here.
It's Kendall Wazinski, Richmond, senior captain, Richmond commit. I would say I don't think she has a perfect angle. I think she's probably going to take this out. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, Garden City closed in there.
Smart. Listen, if you don't have it right now,
Right.
do not take it in. And I'm sure that
Yeah, you have a
Lisa's
2-goal
coached
lead.
them that way. 3 minutes, 39 seconds left. The last thing you're doing is taking it in. And even here, if I didn't have it, you take it out. See?
Yeah,
That's
same
smart.
thing. Smart play.
Yeah, you don't need to be a hero at the end of the day. If you have something, that's a nice. She just, wow. She just went by 5 defenders. 3 on the strong side and 2 on the weak side slid in. That was just speed
You know,
and height. It's hard. She's over
hard.
6 feet tall.
It's hard.
And-
She's going in there, and we're a little flat-footed.
Yeah.
And it's like you said, if you don't have it, pull it out. It looked as though she didn't have it. But, you know, her sheer size and athletic ability, she crossed it in front of the crease and fired a great shot. And that might be the
Don't say it.
I don't want to say it.
because
I know
don't jinx us.
These GC girls never give
No,
up.
they never give up. And it's 15-12, 3 minutes, 23 seconds. But as we all know in lacrosse, you can score a goal within,
Right.
4 to 6 seconds on a fast
And we'll
break.
see if you notice all the girls in the circle now are in the same spot,
Yeah, they
to
think
our
it's going
right
to
on
the
the
right.
screen because that's where it's been coming.
Yep, and there it is.
And that's where it went.
Comes. Oh, wow. We got in there first, but somehow missed it. Number 7.
Number 7, Sarah Mackey, back behind the cage to Elahini. See if
Ava
Garden City
Finn,
can get a
crease.
quick goal here. They won the last 2 draws, but we came.
Well, we had that pass that was forced
Right.
a bad pass for a turnover, which caused the last goal.
No, but when you play a good
That's
defense
Nicole
like this,
Humphrey.
Darien coming up with the ground ball behind the cage.
That is Maddie Joyce with the key ground ball. And
Up,
that's Charlotte Whitstock.
looks like an empty there.
And right now,
Now we got
we
2:37
got,
left.
we got Sarah Jakes wide on the right side. Not the best pass, but she was able to recover. And we have 2 minutes, 27 seconds left, 15-12. There is absolutely no reason to do
No.
anything here but hold the ball.
No, GC's got to pressure the
I mean,
ball.
at
hope
the end of
for
the
a-
day, she's not going to goal here. This is going to be won by having good stick handlers with the ball and being able to keep your feet moving, which is right now the girls are doing a good job.
Good check there by GC, got the ball.
Again, a lot of it has to do with using the sideline there as a defender.
Right.
And Nell Niffen trying to slow 23 down. 13 was wide.
Yeah.
It's just an unfortunate pass
Yeah,
with
good.
that momentum. Okay, here again, I have to imagine we're going to get it down to a safe location and slow it down. That's on the head there. Yep, that's going to be a yellow card.
Going to be yellow on Leanna McDonald.
Listen, that's just out of.
Yeah, she's hustling, trying to get the ball.
She's not going to come back in. Or actually, they're going to play man down the rest of the game. There's a minute 40 left. 15-12. So, Garden City will play man down for the rest of the game. And right now, they should be doubling the ball, so they're going to have a hard time.
Yeah, it's
This
going
is going to be a tough
it's going to be a
feat.
tough task for the defense here.
Yeah.
Who's
Oh my gosh. See, the goalie's coming out to pick someone up. She knows. No one's going goal here.
Garden City had a great comeback to bring it to
They
tie
did.
the game
They
up.
they should feel good about that comeback.
And then, Darien just with that perfect game plan and not deviating from it.
It was executed well. I'm sure Lisa was a little nervous there for those 5 goals. But Darien did a very good job regaining composure
Yes.
and taking control back.
And even here, Garden
which-
City's had the last 4 times down
Yep.
here, we haven't even gotten a shot on goal.
No, they've done it.
Credit to Darien's defense.
And not being rattled with
no.
that 5 goal streak.
Garden City's digging, they're getting the ball, but Darien's holding strong on that back line.
Oh, that girl's
Good
she's
pass
wide.
there. Elahini.
Yeah,
Jen
unfortunately, that was
Medjid.
a backdoor inside cut there. So
But I think
15,
we said it at the start of the broadcast that it would probably be the team with the ball, with the
mo-
lead
yeah.
when the clock runs out.
I know you
And-
said that. You did.
But
2 minutes. I'm sorry, 1 minute, 7 seconds, 15-13. Darien up 2 goals and man up as well.
yeah, that's tough being a man down. Garden City will have to win this
And they
draw.
just had a
And
goal with man down, so you have to
Yeah.
give credit for.
if they can somehow get this draw control, Juliana Grassi on the draw, sophomore, and get a quick goal, it's a 1-goal game with a little less than a minute.
This is the most critical draw control for both teams.
Juliana Grassi not usually taking the draw. Pretty much going to that same spot. Oh, big
Key from Sarah
big
Jakes,
draw
my
control there. Looks
assistant
like
coach.
Garden City had it, and the big blue came
Yeah,
up with
she
it.
just has to keep moving her feet and get away from the sideline there.
Yeah, they
and,
have
get
50 seconds
inside
to
the
just
30
hold
here.
it.
Yeah.
But that was
You gotta
big.
be
It looked
careful
like
of the 32 because the girl's there.
yeah, she's going to might come from behind.
It makes me nervous.
But
over
this
there.
is tough too, being a man down and Darien with such good stick skills.
That's such a key
So
key possession off the draw. 39 seconds left. 15-13.
Goalie's been pulled. She's out to 35.
This is hard as a ball handler to withstand the stall, but they have to take their lumps. Now the goalie out as a defender.
Looks like she might have stepped out of bounds.
Wow.
28 seconds left. Garden City has the ball behind Darienne's cage. You got to give the ball up there. Alex Hopkins, freshman, coming up. Ella Heaney.
19 seconds left. 15.
Really kind of have to
13.
just push to the cage here.
You just got to.
Jen Medjid down the middle.
Again, they're man
Coming
down
around.
here.
Shot. Up,
Hold it, hold
bounce.
it, hold
Yeah,
it, sister.
another nice save
She's got
by
9
Maggie.
seconds. She can just hold it. She can just hold it. This is pretty much game. 3 seconds. 2, 1. Final 15-13. Wow, that was a big
very,
one.
very fitting that the last
Yes.
play of the game
It
was a
was with
save
the
by the
goalie.
goalie.
Yeah, absolutely.
Who had
Maggie
an
deserves
outstanding
that.
game.
That was a great game. It was fun to watch and fun to be here with you. It was nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Well played
Yeah.
game, well officiated game, and
Lisa and her staff should be very proud of her team working so hard and executing a plan
Yes.
with such discipline.
staying
and
with it. And Garden City coming back from a 5-goal deficit and
They should be
and making
proud
it-
of themselves.
making it a
that
true
was,
game.
It was till the very end. I'm sure everyone felt on edge, which is a good game. That's at the end of the day.
that's what you want. You
That-
want it to be a game.
That game made everyone better, and that's all that matters. You know.
Kira and Greg, I'm going to jump back on with you here. What a tremendous job by both of
Oh.
you on this broadcast. Greg Weisenberger, can't thank you enough for hopping on from Garden City, and Kira Thurlow, your second broadcast. There they are, right there. We are right there. Hey, terrific game. We thought it would be a terrific game. It certainly played out that way. Great comeback effort in the second half by Garden City, no doubt. And two of the, really, as we mentioned at the outset of the broadcast, two of the really storied programs, high school programs in the tri-state area when it comes to varsity girls lacrosse, Darien and Garden City. And certainly can't thank you both enough for
thanks for
hopping
having
on
us.
this broadcast.
Thank you. It was my
terrific.
pleasure.
Yeah, that was
Excellent.
really fun.
To
What
work
a
with
fun
Kira.
game to
Yeah.
be here in Eagles eye view here. This is
Yeah,
awesome.
a tremendous facility, and what ended up being a really beautiful afternoon here in Garden City, New York, after a morning that we don't want to talk about.
I know. I think we should give props to you because you guys were working so hard here with the technology and the cameras.
Yes,
I don't know how you pulled it off with
we were
all
ab-
the glitches, but
Thank
you guys
you to
did
you
a great
and,
job.
And thank you to
And
Darien
Bruce
for
Ferguson.
making the trip. And now what's nice is the girls will get together and they have dinner
Oh,
for
I
the
saw
girls
the
and the parents,
cafeteria.
which you guys are more than
Oh,
welcome
you're
to
so
come
nice.
in.
Oh, you're so
because
nice.
of
Thank
course
you.
there'll be so much food and drinks and dessert. And it's nice that they have that.
That's so great.
They could bond with the girls that they're going to school with,
And
that they may be playing
play.
with next year, the
Right.
year after.
That's true.
And they, a lot of these
Against
girls
each
played
other.
against each other last year.
Absolutely.
And they'll sit down, they'll have something to eat, and they'll have water or Gatorade and talk about the game and go on from here. And good luck to
Nice.
you the
and,
rest of the
and
season.
to your daughter. Hopefully she gets back in before
Hopefully
the
she
end
gets
of the
back.
season,
She's
right?
looking to get back in a week or two. I'm
Oh,
sure
good.
it's killing her that she missed this
I
game.
know.
But my accolades to Garden City for not giving up.
No,
a
they
lot of
didn't.
these are young girls, first year
Yeah.
starters, and Darien executed their game plan to perfection. And Garden City, got punched in the mouth and kept coming
They
out.
did, and they showed
And,
character.
and
so
it was
they
a
should be
great game,
proud of
and I'm
themselves.
so happy to be part of it with you.
Oh, thank you. It was great to be here.
My first broadcast ever.
For those of you who
So-
don't know, who have
Thank
been
you.
watching, Greg jumped on this broadcast with about a minute and a half to go before
Great job.
we started the game. But just want to congratulate or thank Greg for hopping on. Also want to thank the entire Garden City High School athletic department, Dawn Cerrone, and of course Chappie Diane Chapman for allowing us to live stream this broadcast. But for Greg Weisenberger, Kira Thurlow, I am Damian Andrew as we take a look at this last few seconds here of this game. We were able to get our instant replay working late in the game. I want to thank Bruce Ferguson. And some great shots right there, some great ISO shots. But for our entire production crew, cast of thousands, I am Damian Andrew. Darien holds on to beat Garden City 15-13. This has been a production of the DAF Media Network, a joint venture of the Darien Athletic Foundation and the Darien Foundation. Have a great night, everybody.